Namaste. Welcome to Sacred Sunday Sadhana. Breathe fully into your belly. Align with your truth. And as you exhale, let go of everything that no longer serves you. Every single breath is an opportunity to do that, to just get back in alignment with what you believe in and your honest, just truth, yourself. So no matter where you are, no matter what's happening, no matter what you've done or what's about to begin, you've still got that opportunity to kind of reset and breathe and come into the present moment and come into your fullest alignment, come into your truest, purest intentions. Good morning. I want to talk about being sorry. Something recently, I cut my hair. I'm not sorry. Recently, I was in a room with a couple of millennials. I'm a Generation X person, and I'm right on the edge. So I've got lots of friends who are in a different generation than I am. And then I've got lots of friends in my Generation X category. But there is this kind of special meeting ground, I feel like. I was born in 1980, and there's something about 1978 to 1982, or even 81. It's just like this, we're kind of not lost, but we straddle the line big time. We straddle the X millennial line. So that specific pocket of people are called exennials sometimes. But I'm in this unique position to, we're all mirrors of each other. And I'm in this position where I can see parts of myself in others, and they can see parts of themselves in me. And what I'm noticing about Generation X, and I firmly belong to this camp, is that we're sorry. We're so sorry. We say I'm sorry so much. At first I was thinking it was a female thing, but then I've got these lovely friends in acupuncture school with me who are in their 30s, late 20s, early 30s. They're very, very millennial, and all of them are women, and they're not sorry. They don't say something and then immediately feel sorry and start apologizing. So it's not a female thing, because I also know plenty of males in the Generation X category who say something and are immediately sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. And so I've been looking at that. What is that about? Why are we so sorry? Because the definition of sorry is to be in distress, is to be remorseful. And so I invite you to just take a look at it. How often are you apologizing? Just take one day out of your life and notice how many times you apologize. And there's certainly times to say, I'm sorry. Or I apologize. I am remorseful. Maybe if you change the word, maybe if you just eliminate sorry from your vocabulary and replace it with the word remorseful, maybe you won't use it as much. Maybe I won't use it as much. Maybe I can start saying, I feel remorseful, and then it'll kind of help me tune in and be like, wait, do I feel remorseful, and why? Because I'm sorry has just become such a natural part of the vernacular. It's just I don't necessarily mean it when I say it, but most of the time I do mean it. And why? That's what my millennial friends pointed out to me. Recently, I had some very strong words to share about a certain injustice that was taking place at school. And as soon as I shared how I truly felt, and I was really passionate, and you speak your mind even when your voice shakes. My voice was shaking, and I was really intensely delivering this feeling of injustice I was having. And as soon as I said it, although everything I said was valid because that's how I was feeling, I immediately said, I'm sorry. And a few days later, one of my friends who's 32 years old, so she's in the millennial generation, she said, I've noticed about you over the last couple of years that we've known each other that you'll say something and I'm right there with you and I'm on board with you and what you're saying is poignant and it makes sense, and then you immediately almost retract it and say, I'm sorry. What's that about, Sally? Why do you do that? And I was like, why do I do that? Do you not do that? And the other gal that I was hanging out with at that particular time also had just given a little spiel about how we don't need to apologize for being any certain way. These are huge. This is huge. So I'm sitting with that and I'm trying to say sorry less. I've been trying not to say I'm sorry for it's probably been in my awareness for about a year how often I apologize for everything. But looking deeply, I'm going to look deeply at what that's about for me. What's that about for you? Are you apologizing a lot? Are you apologizing when you don't mean that you're remorseful? It's just kind of something you say, almost like a get out of jail free card. You say something and then you immediately feel like you've done something wrong, or that's me. I'm not going to put that on you, but for me, I'll say something and then immediately I just feel like, oh, I did something wrong. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Or someone else experiences misfortune and my first thing to say is like, I'm so sorry. Like, and this man that I have currently been saying, I'm sorry you got a flat bicycle tire. I'm sorry a car ran over your rearview mirror. And he's like, why are you sorry? And in that instance, I say, I guess I just sympathize with you. And he says, just say that. Just say I sympathize, because you don't need to own this is not because of you that this happened. And he's right. Oh, so what a huge lesson to delve into. And putting it in the framework of yoga, how could you put it? How can you twist it? How can you extract this not being sorry using ahimsa and using all of the other yamas and niyamas? I'm going to do a lot of self-study, some svadhyaya, and I'm going to just kind of sit with maybe why I feel this way. Like, what's behind it when I'm saying, I'm so sorry, or I'm sorry, all the time. I'm just like saying it all the time. If you start noticing it, I think you'll notice too. If you are in Generation X, you're probably spouting sorries. What are we sorry about? I think that it stems from a deep sense of, it's almost like shame. Deep sense of shame. There's a cat glaring at me right now. And also this kind of responsibility to make other people feel good and make them happy and please them. I've noticed that a lot about Generation X too, is that we're people pleasers in a relationship of any kind, romantic or parent-child. We're trying to please. What's that about? Is it too late to break the habit? I don't think so. Because remember this, you are the love of your life and you need to be treated as such. You need to treat yourself with complete honor and respect, and you need to unapologetically show up. It's not fair. You wouldn't want someone else who you love to show up and immediately just kind of like ease off of everything that they've just said. You wouldn't want someone to have to walk on eggshells constantly. That's what being sorry feels like. It's like tiptoeing around, trying not to make too much of a sound. That's no way to be. I certainly don't want that for my children or my friends, so why would I do that to myself? It's time to give responsibility for other people's happiness back to other people. That's the premise behind Mastery of Love and Mastery of Self from Don Miguel Ruiz and his sons. we all make ourselves happy. There's that quote, she was happy because of the love coming from the inside of her, and he was happy because of the love inside of him. I'm happy, and I'm even not just happy. I'm happy, or I'm sad, or I'm angry, or I'm thrilled, or I'm excited, and it's not because of anything you've done. And someone else that's having those feelings, it's not because of what I've done. If someone is happy because they're around me, they're choosing to be happy. They've made themselves happy. I'm not making them happy. And you can't make someone happy. And if you try to do that, you're just taking away their power. You're basically saying, I don't trust you enough to do something to make yourself happy. So I'm going to take responsibility for how you feel so that I can beat myself up for it. I'm going to punish myself for not being able to make you happy. And at the same time, I don't trust you to make yourself happy. That's not what I'm trying to say, but when I do try to make someone happy, that's what we're saying. So I'm just going to leave it there. Do a few ohms with me. Let's do a sea of ohms unapologetically. And just let the sound of the Om, let the mantra cleanse your throat chakra, and just let go of the need to say, I'm sorry about everything, unless you've truly done something. And then you can say, I apologize for doing that, or I have remorse about what I've done. Save it. And it's more powerful that way too. If we're not saying I'm sorry 100 times a day, then when we say, I'm really sorry that I forgot to pick you up from school, then it means something. I haven't done that, by the way, but there are days when I'm like, oh, children. All right, let's Om 3 times. Inhale and exhale Om. Once more. Namaste. Happy Sunday.